This week on My Classic Car, we'll make our way up to the Atlantic Nationals in Moncton, New Brunswick. There certainly are some unique rides out in the Maritime Province of Canada. Still ahead, we'll check out more cool cars from the Atlantic Nationals. Welcome back to My Classic Car. Kevin, this is a great car, and I mean, this is a New Brunswick car.
This is.
This is a Canadian car, not just Canadian, it's New Brunswick. These were built right here, right?
Built in St. John, New Brunswick, yeah, for 2 years.
And this is a 75 Bricklin.
75 Bricklin, SV1. And actually, these are not painted. They're acrylic, and the pigment's right in the acrylic plastic, and the cars were vacuum formed, the panels, and then fused to fiberglass, and the color was right in there with the idea that you could actually wet sand out any scratches and not lose your color.
Well, it's true. Now, of course, one of the icon features of the Bricklin is the gull wing doors.
Yeah, Malcolm Bricklin said it had to have gull wing doors, and they were considered a safety feature because, believe it or not, it took a lot less space to open this door when you're parked in a parking lot. So,
really?
yeah.
Does it kind of goes more straight up?
Yeah, more straight up. It has less needs less clearance than a standard door.
Now, but I remember hearing they're electric powered.
They're electric over hydraulic. Yeah.
And if you lost your battery, you were sort of screwed, right?
You were, yeah. Yeah, you were.
Either inside or outside.
Yes. For 75 to see a gull wing door car, you know.
And it was a bold move, actually, to be building. It was government backed, kind of.
Richard Hatfield, our premier at the time, was a single guy, and he wanted to bring jobs into Atlantic Canada, so he decided to build a car, and this is the car they decided to build. And in the end, the province actually had controlling interest in the whole company, which is kind of rare for any kind of government in Canada. And they literally shut the plant down in 1975 in September. A lot of controversy with the politics. About $100,000 per car it cost the province to build this car.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
what did they sell for?
The cars sold for $99.99 US. They weren't even actually available in Canada. We couldn't get them.
No kidding.
The Auto Pact wouldn't allow them to sell them in Canada. So.
Holy cow, what a story. Now, these were powered by 351 Cleveland engines, Ford engines, right?
Originally, they were actually a 360 engine, and in 74, an AMC.
You mean an AMC engine?
AMC engine, yeah, and you could get a 4-speed, but then AMC couldn't keep up in supply, so they made a deal with Ford, and every vehicle's, the remaining 74s and all the 75s actually got a 351.
Yeah, which is a good bulletproof, workhorse engine. Go ahead and close her up. I want to see that front end again. Now, you're telling me you always wanted one of these.
I always wanted a Bricklin. When I was 12 years old, our premier ran his campaign on this car, and he drove one around in his campaign, and my dad had a service station in Heartland, New Brunswick, and that's where he was from, our premier, Richard Hatfield. I remember him pulling in with a 75 Bricklin, this exact color, and he opened those gull wing doors, and I was 12 years old. A crowd came around the car, and I thought, someday I'm going to buy one of these cars.
And you did.
And I did.
Well, and you brought it out to this show here in Moncton, New Brunswick. I just think it's wonderful. Kevin, I love your car.
Thank you.